This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted as always to be joined by Mr. Anthony Joshua. How are you, mate?
I missed you, KUGAN.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say.
Been a while. Obviously, due to the pandemic, not too many major fights happening, but I missed you, mate. It's good to catch up. And the viewers, the boxing viewers that you bring to the table as well. Hello, everyone. I missed you all as well.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say. First of all, how's your son?
Oh, mate, he's good, thank you. You know, young, living carefree, full of energy, but he's good, man. He's good, thank you very much. How's your baby girl?
Baby girl's good. 7 months old, as I said to you before. Yeah.
It's only going to get better, though.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, I know so and hope so at the same time.
Yeah. It will. It'll only get better.
So, 25th of September is quickly approaching. On paper, is Alexander Usyk the toughest fight of your career, on paper?
On paper, Vladimir Klitschko.
Okay.
In my opinion, different styles, different stances, completely different styles. But I think on paper, 10-year reigning as a heavyweight champion, dominated the division, 60-odd fights, went through generations. When did he turn pro? Was it? It must have been
who, Usyk?
No, Klitschko.
Oh, Klitschko. The exact year I don't know, but
he's dominated for a long period of time. He's done well. So for me, Klitschko, top tier fighter, and then Usyk probably second. Yeah. You happy with the resume so far? You happy with what we've been doing? The fights we've been bringing to the boxing division?
What, your resume as a whole? Am I impressed with it or am I satisfied with it?
Satisfied.
Yeah, satisfied.
Sweet, mate. Sweet. Lovely.
Always could be better, always could be worse.
You know what I mean? I'm trying, Fury and all that. You know what I mean? Give us a chance, one at a time.
Anthony, did it ever cross your mind to vacate the WBO and not fight Alexander Usyk?
Honestly speaking,
yeah.
Not at all. It's just, what's the reason? Every fight is going to be tough. If I vacate, what was I actually vacating for? So no point. There was actually no reason. There was no bigger fight waiting on the other side. So this is just a big fight. Belts or not, this is just a great fight, right?
Correct.
The belts just make it more interesting.
60,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur's ground, which is going to be kind of a new experience again for everyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because of the pandemic, yeah?
Correct.
Yes. But I went there to that stadium. Look, I'm not really a massive football fan. I really support who's winning at the time. But I would tell you that's a good stadium. A good stadium. Well designed. It's going to be good. And then secondly, 60,000 people. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I put a lot of time and effort into my training so I can put on a good show, a good fight for the people that come out and the people watching at home.
Just from some of the loose footage that we've seen of you training, etc., there has been a few comments I'm sure you would have seen or been alerted to of people suggesting you've trimmed down too much and have lost too much weight. What do you say to those people?
Yeah, mate, I'm weighing 90 kilograms, skinny as fuck. I've been skipping meals. I don't know why though, I've just been doing it.
You must have seen that, and you must have seen people saying that you've seemed like you've trimmed down too much.
No. I must have been a unit back in the day, you know what I mean? Was I a unit back in the day?
Yeah, I've seen some of them old videos, when you used to give me them 45-minute specials. Was
I a unit them times?
Yeah, I'd say you was a bit of a unit. But, no.
Honestly, right, it's different. Remember, pictures are deceiving. If we all went off of pictures, look at Andy Ruiz's pictures. You know what I mean? It's one picture looks like one way in the lighting and it's completely different. So yeah, for me, when people see me, they still see me as a big big heavyweight. So yeah, the weight has adapted due to the type of training I'm doing for the type of fighter. Luckily, I'm in a stage now, early on in my career, when you're fighting every other month, you just kind of training. Now I'm fighting specifically, I'm training specifically for certain fighters, if you get what I'm saying. So like I got a long period of time. When you're starting off, you're fighting once every month or two. So you're just in the gym, practicing. Don't matter if they're tall, short, you're just kind of still working on yourself. But now I'm working directly for this opponent, and my body takes shape in the way I'm training, really. So my body just forms its own weight, its own size, its own shape for the type of fighter I'm fighting. You get me?
What was that?
That's just a door.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Right. I know we're on a little bit of a time restrainer here, so I'm going to have to jump to what I need to ask you. So excuse my directness here.
Okay.
I haven't spoke to you since the aftermath of the whole Fury situation, falling out, etc.
Yeah.
But just a couple of questions about that. First of all, this arbitration that was going on, this legal matter, how aware of you was it all the way through it? Were you kind of kept up to date with exactly what was going on regarding this?
Like, obviously, with the situation with that was, like, Bob Arum, you know, and Fury's team were feeding us information that we're good to go. We're good to go. Everything's fine. That's why we went out there and we kind of looked for the best site fee, the best location during the pandemic and stuff, and we had it all agreed, really. And then, the best thing to do, actually, listen, Fury's dad done a really good in-depth interview speaking about it all, and, you know, we were close, we were ready, but his team maybe just didn't even inform him about the situation he was in. Do you know what I mean? So as we were ready to get the fight underway, it got put at halt. And Usyk, for me, is the next best opponent. So yeah, even though it ain't Fury, I feel like I'm giving the boxing world a good night of boxing September 25th, regardless.
Are we cynical enough to think that this fight may or may not ever happen between you and Tyson?
For me, like, honestly, I think it will happen. Like, look, normally, like, for me, in the minds of boxing fans, this is like a super mega fight. Like, I don't look at it like that. This is just two lads, one from London, one from Manchester. Like, let's get it on. Do you know, like, it reminds me of, like, you know, like the ABAs. It reminds me of, like, because we're grassroots. You started off in Manchester. I started off in Finchley Boxing Club. We sparred in Finchley Boxing Club. We've gone out. We've fought across the world. He started earlier than me. I chased them up. Now I'm here. And it's like, this is just a fight for me. So it's not, I don't want to overthink it and overcomplicate it. I don't want to mention any politics and all that stuff. Scrap all that. The fight will happen, 100%.
Obviously, you both did interviews on the overlap with Gary Neville where...
Oh, you watched mine?
Yeah, I watched them all.
Oh, lovely.
I watched them all. But he was played back your comments about saying that you said the situation was becoming annoying with Fury and that you would smoke him. His response to that was you couldn't smoke a cigarette, and he beats you inside or knocks you out in 6 rounds.
I love it. You gotta love it, innit? You love it. If anyone loves it, you love it.
Of course.
God, be honest, you love it.
Of course.
Spin that camera on. Let me see a picture of you and Fury in the background.
No,
God, just tilt it to the right of it. A little bit more.
Let's not play these games.
I'm winding you up. No, look. I hate doing interviews, if I'm honest with you, because what makes sense to me in my head is different from what makes sense to other people in their head. Yeah, it's annoying. I want to fight Fury. I want to fight whoever. It's no big deal. Will I smoke him? What am I going to say? No, I think Fury's going to punch my head in for 12 rounds and he's going to become undisputed championship of the world. Of course I ain't going to say that. I believe truly I'm going to smoke that guy. And he's going to come back and he's going to back himself. So it is what it is. And the only time we find out is when we fight, innit? So I've got this geezer behind me, first and foremost. And he's got his guy in Wilder. And at some stage, I think the fight will happen. Why not?
Exactly, why not? Why What's your opinion on what happens in that fight between Fury and Wilder on October 9th?
Rejuvenated. Do I really want to speak on it? Do I have to speak on it, KUGAN?
You don't. You listen. You haven't got to answer anything you don't want to answer.
Yeah, let's leave it. I'm not really. Whichever one wins, do the people want to see me fight the winner, or do they want me to fight Fury? I'm happy either way. That's what matters, right? Who I fight after.
Okay, fair comment.
Do you get that? Do you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the bit of back and forth between Dillian White and Tyson Fury over the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in and be like, "What's happening, lads? See my name involved in the old mentions. What's going on here, then, boys?"
I think every 6 to 7 months, these two just get into it for some reason. I don't
know what it is, right? I watch a lot of boxing, and I look at the old school fighters, and we ain't got to like each other, but we've got to respect each other. And fighters of yesteryear, from the 50s, 60s, if you fight good fighters, you know, you defend championship belts, you was highly regarded and respected as a solid fighter back in the day. And these days, it doesn't matter. It's like, as long as I can disrespect this guy's mum or his family or something on Twitter, you know, that's what's going to get me the respect. And it ain't about the respect of, you know, laboring your way through the division, fighting good fighters, training camps, putting on good shows. That's part and parcel, but that back and forth stuff gets boring after a while. And it's a shame. I love boxing of the old school. I love watching the old school, and they were regarded as the greatest heavyweights and the greatest middleweights and stuff like that, welterweights, because of what? They used to fight each other, and that's how you got your respect. In this day and age, we're talking about Dillian White and Tyson going back and forth on Twitter. It's mad.
Yeah, but this is a world that you've, over the last couple of years, that you've kind of dragged yourself into on odd occasion as well.
That's why I say it's mad, and I wish I weren't part of it. But that's why I try and just stick to my... That's why I don't like doing the interviews and stuff like that, because I sometimes feel like, you know, you say the wrong thing, or I said the right thing. At the end of the day, I'm content in it. Fuck what anyone thinks. I am. But at the end of the day, less is more in this day and age. Do you know where I'm coming from? So for me, I just try. And that's why I love fighting good fighters, because at the end of the day, as long as I'm fighting good fighters, I feel like that will put me in the category of the people I respect in boxing, rather than the people who I'm trying to get respect from. Why am I battling with someone online that doesn't respect me, trying to drag him down to get respect, then he's trying to drag me down to get respect? Why don't we just fight, and then the winner gets the respect?
Yeah, I know the idea of what you're saying is true, but the reality
that's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. They used to fight each other.
Well, we don't live in them times anymore where it's literally you know everything you do is plastered all over social media.
So imagine walking into a boxing gym today, and then the geek goes, "Anthony, you're right, mate. What we're gonna do? We're gonna get your phone out, and I need you to write out a dirty tweet. Right, put your raps on, write out a dirty tweet, and show me what you writ. That's it. Bit more aggression with that." And it's like, I thought I was here to box. He's like, "Nah, mate, that was of yesteryear. Now we've got to teach you how to be social media warriors as well." Like, it's like, broski, it's not real. Like, it's not real.
No, but that is the reality of the world we live in.
It's a shame. It's a shame. But we got to bring. Is this a good fight?
This is a brilliant fight. This is an absolutely brilliant fight.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good.
Just a couple more things before I let you go. Anthony, a lot of speculation as well over your broadcast future. Adam Smith said recently that he believes that you'll stay with Sky, etc. I know you're not going to talk too much about it, but...
Look, if you jump on the Anthony Joshua website, I might just stream all my fights from there. And anyone who buys a jumper as well might get might get it for free. Honestly, I'll be real with you. It's mad. Like, to come to the end of certain contracts is mad, because when you first sign, they're like 3-4 years, so you can never kind of see the end. But I'm committed to doing a good job by my partners, by people that I'm involved with. Sky have done a phenomenal job with me. Matchroom have done a phenomenal job. You know, you've done a phenomenal job, and I'll stay committed to boxing, and whatever's best for boxing, I've got to do for boxing. Do you know what I mean? That's what's important, is the boxing fans and also the next generation. What I do today will only benefit the next generation. So I know it sounds boring, but it's a great time to be alive. As you said, like at the end of my contract with Sky, let's see what offers are out there. Let's see what the future of Sky is. Let's see what they have planned for the future, because it's a great time. Back in the day, it was simple. Do you know what I mean? Either go with Frank, either go with Eddie, either go with BT, either go with Sky. But there's so many different players in the market now, so it's interesting.
So you haven't decided what you're doing after this fight on the 25th yet?
I haven't even thought about it. Honestly, it's not like I haven't had the time. My brain's dead. Don't even know how I'm getting these words out. I'm shattered. I'm mentally fatigued. I'm in training. I'm in the middle of a training camp. So it's like I don't have the time to think of all this other stuff going on around me when I've got to focus on, like, you know, walking out in front of 60,000 people to go and fight. Then I'm promoting bulk powders. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot on the brain. So I've got to kind of distance myself from it all and just tunnel vision. What would you do in my position?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd go where the heart is, wherever that is, wherever you think that is.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, because at the end of the day, once you make that decision and you go with your heart, you actually don't have no regrets. That's the most important thing, that you live life with no regrets. You're just happy with the decision you made at the end of the day. So yeah, I agree. What's nice though, it's good for the up and coming boxers, you know, to kind of learn about the landscape, broadcasters. It's good. It's good competition for the young boxers to see where they want to go.
Has it felt weird for you, like the kind of split between obviously Eddie going with the Dazn, etc., and Sky now kind of starting a new era? Is that, just looking at it from your perspective, have you looked at that a little bit strange, what's been going on?
You look at it from both ends. Like, business is purely about survival. That's what business is. It's about survival. So you have to do what's right for the business, but also you have personal relationships with people. And that's where it becomes tricky, isn't it? It's like the personal relationships that you have with people, but you hopefully have mutual respect for each other in your business decisions, and you have to separate the two. As they say, you know, it's not business. What they say, it's not personal, it's just business. And that's what it is. So yeah, it was interesting, but I'm sure it wasn't a personal thing. It was just right for the business model at the time.
Thoughts on Jake Paul?
Yeah, good. Great for boxing. Good luck to him. He's trying. Zero amateur experience, throwing himself in the deep end. I guarantee you he'll probably learn a lot more than a lot of fighters will, that are just, you know, half-hearted with it. Man's throwing himself in the deep end, putting himself under pressure. You know, when you can deal with that amount of pressure, you have to get better at it. So yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to him.
And just the final one, David Haye returns this weekend.
I watched the press conference yesterday. That Fournier's got a bit of banner about him, do you know what I mean? I do watch a bit of boxing, like, in my spare time. So
in your spare time, what's your thoughts on
let me have a little look.
What?
What's my thoughts on him coming back? I don't know if it's real though, because them two were boys. Do you know what I mean? Them two were boys, but good luck to Fournier. Good luck to Haye. Haye's a solid fighter. He's a solid fighter. You'll never really lose what you once knew. So if I had to put my money on it, I'm not going to say too much, because I probably want to borrow that Fournier's Villa and Mykonos one of these days. So good luck to them both. And his Rolls Royce.
All right. Well, listen, Anthony, thank you very much for your time. Sadly, it wasn't in person, but we know you can't risk anything at the moment with the fight only a couple of weeks out. Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish, mate? It just cut out and froze. Can you hear me?
Did you miss it all?
Did you miss it all? 258 Wi-Fi. It's not working.
What it is, we're powering the world at the minute. We're just taking over. It's just difficult times with the internet connection. We're just powering the world. What I just said really is it's good to catch up with you. It's good to catch up with your subscribers, the old ones and the new ones. I hope they enjoyed the conversation. I hope it made sense to a lot of people. If it did, hit the like button. And if you think I was talking a load of shit, feel free to hit the dislike button. I won't take it personal. But in the meantime, have a good day. And I'm gonna put on a great show September 25th. It's an honour, and I'm dedicated to the boxing world, so it'll be a good night of boxing for sure.
We'll look forward to it. 60,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur's ground. Brilliant fight, brilliant fight. We can't wait. So keep yourself safe, wrapped up in cotton wool until then, and we'll see you fight week.
Sweet, brother. Speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anthony Joshua.
One.